Okay, we're talking about the microbiome this month, which is the 100 trillion bacteria that live in your gut and do stuff that we like and get rid of things that we don't want, right? They interface with your immune system, they interface with your nervous system. They're a big deal, they're super important. And I want to talk about something in the microbiome called the estrobolome. And the estrobolome, this is how your hormones get off and in the relationship in your gut. It's crazy, I know, right? People don't think of their hormones in their gut. Super big deal. You have bacteria in your gut that make a little enzyme called beta-glucuronidase that can take thrown away estrogens. Imagine you took estrogens and you put them in the trash bag in the liver, and then you put them into the gut for the taking out, like you put them at the curb to be taken to the dump. But you have rats, and those rats come and open up the trash bags and spread the trash all over. Or maybe there's dogs in your neighborhood instead of rats. I don't know. Depends on where you live, right? But what happens is all that stuff that was thrown away now gets pulled back out and recycled through the body. If you have a high level of bacteria that produce this enzyme, that happens. And this is one of the most common reasons why we see estrogen dominance. And estrogen dominance is going to be where we gain weight easily. Maybe, and these are not good estrogens, so you can actually have estrogen deficiency symptoms as a result of it. You need progesterone to balance out estrogen, so it can give you symptoms of low progesterone. This is like PMS symptoms, like you feel crazy before your period. If you crash and burn as you're going through perimenopause, you got to get these things handled, not just this, but your adrenals as well. And you need somebody who looks at everything, and we use what's called a Dutch test, okay, just so you know. If you're on hormones, you need to be on bioidentical hormones. That's a different story, but I don't want to regret not saying something about it. We have lots of videos that go into deep dives on this stuff. But in terms of the microbiome, you need to have a really balanced bacterial state, which means you need to test it. We use BiomeFX to test it and see what's really actually going on and make sure that you're not overproducing the bacteria that break those estrogens down, because estrogen can actually be a prebiotic for certain bacteria as well. So then you start to get into all these complex issues. So moral of that story is, get your microbiome test done so that you know that you don't have that issue, right? There are some things that can help break it down. Indole-3-carbinol and calcium D-glucarate actually help them metabolize those estrogens out a little bit better and break it down a little bit better, as well as certain probiotics. But here's the thing, there's no one size fits all. And sometimes taking live cell probiotics don't even do any good because they don't get to the gut. So we like to use spore-forming probiotics, and we use a particular one called Megaspore, is probably the best in my opinion. But and that's on our full script that you can go and get that, because that's pretty much going to be safe for everybody if you want to take Megaspore. Pretty good for everybody. That is not a human strain probiotic. It is actually going to grow for a couple weeks, and then your body, and it's going to be like, think of it like plowing the field. It's going to make the field ready for planting for the good bacteria, and then it leaves and it lets you actually develop your own good, what's called keystone species populations, really good high keystone species populations. So if you do nothing else, you can add in Megaspore, which is a really good probiotic for pretty much everybody, not everybody, but very commonly, a lot of people do really well with it. Hope that's helpful.